The rental agreement at the theater.
So many things. Hello.
Good time.
Welcome back to Remnant Carrier Studios Remnant Lunar Archon Session 73. Hope you're having a great time. I know we are. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Let's dive right in. So last time,
Splash.
I feel like it was Maury because you asked for help.
Well, don't underestimate me and how bad I am.
I thought it was
Was it Jocelyn?
Jocelyn last week.
Alright, well in that case, it's one of the other three of you. Hey Chris, you want to give it?
Sure. So last week we started right in with the epic race of great fun.
The Banshee Blitz. The official name for the race. I think that band got lost at one point.
Headed to the Banshee Blitz, Banshee Blitz, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Banshee Blitz, ba-dum. All right, sorry. So, it was wild. Apparently, it was Mario Kart rules, and the druid, known as Hedge, for the purposes of being a lion, and his friendly mount Doug, were I believe 12th place, if I remember right. Is 12 and 13?
17th.
17. Okay, so it's 17, 18. Okay, and then the mighty Gambler was a T-Rex, thanks to the spellcasting goodness of John. And I was the mount there. And it took a while for us to get our footing, but we slowly started to make our way around the track successfully. And we poured all of our energy and effort into the last round and emerged victorious in first and second place. It was a complete reversal as Garand and Gambler made first by very little margin, and Doug and Hedge followed shortly thereafter at second, and we blew away the competition. The bets were paid out, the money was divvied up, and there were some interesting moments. Apparently, a illusory bridge was not just an illusion, but an actual mimic. And thankfully, neither of us felt like that was the way to go. So we four were safe.
Someone else got to deal with the mimic and get the XP from killing it.
Oh, they killed it. Oh, I didn't even know. That's great. Good for them.
They did. They also got like 14, 15, or well, yeah, pretty low place because they had to take the time to kill it real quick. But
makes sense.
It did attach to the Black Dragonborn woman's horse, and they had to deal with it. But they did.
Yeah.
They're good.
Anything else that you want me to add?
I got nothing.
Anything else that anybody was particularly excited about that happened last time?
No, I about covered it.
Okay.
Oakley dokley.
On getting the payout, Garand did not pay Doug or Thicket.
Yes, y'all got your various payouts. It seemed that for whatever reason, at least some of the riders decided to distribute the money between the rider and mount. Though I believe some was given to John as a caster on the sidelines. I'm also going to, unfortunately, turn you back into a person, Gambit.
No!
You're human again.
Oh, poor tiny arms.
The weight of being alive!
Turns out Gambit now has an addiction to polymorph and is going to start trying to buy polymorph scrolls on the black market.
Goodness.
Doug, what were you going to say?
I was asking if there was any like residual effects, like, you know, twitches or something of like still being a T-Rex.
For an hour? I hope not. I hope there wouldn't be residual effects for 1 hour.
That is purely up to Gambit, I would say. Why is it
What's the time, Mrs. Wolf?
the time is 1 p.m. Tuesday, the 20th of June, year 417 at post-schism, and for some reason it won't let me remove polymorph from your sheet, and it's also saying that you have spell slots when you shouldn't.
Ooh. Gambit, you're the best T-Rex there ever was.
I just realized that I'm not signed in to Fantasy Ground for me.
Well, I removed your spell slot. It still has, like, the polymorph thing. For some reason.
Oh.
Can I fix this? Edge may do T-Rex again. Can I un-T-Rex? Okay, so I un-T-Rexed you, but it still has polymorph on your sheet. Oh, now it's gone. Cool, it worked.
Hooray!
Got it. No longer polymorph. We're connected, though. Yes, it is 1 p.m. You've finished. You've spoken to the person running the people running the race. They were able to divvy out your prizes. And fairly quickly, a large crowd would begin to swarm around, people asking for autographs, getting a look at you, people trying to talk to you and ask questions. Are your adventures? Where'd you come from?
Does Gadul happen to stumble across the finish line at some point?
Gadul did finish. I think he was 6th on my list. How do y'all respond to the crowd?
Oh, Gron's definitely hamming it up, and he's trying to encourage people to come. That he's planning on 2 more shows.
Thicket lays down in case the kids want to pet the lion.
Aww.
There's some fear from parents, but after being assured by another party member, they would allow their kids to do so. Carefully pet the large lion.
I think Doug is just like overwhelmed and is just kind of like awkwardly like waving.
He's like Ricky Bobby on the movie. He's like, what do I do with my hands? And his hands just keep going up.
Exactly. Because he's like so tall and people are just like surrounding him and everyone else, and it's just like,
After a few minutes, it would eventually subside as people continue talking and kind of realizing they're not getting that much out of Doug as he stumbles through trying to answer some questions and interact with people. Garand giving quite the show, advertising with, likely John as well would be advertising, I would imagine.
Yeah.
How's Gambit doing? What does Gambit do when the crowd comes out?
Too many people. Too many people. Gambit will probably slip away.
Immediately slip away after he untransforms from being a T-Rex.
Tourette's?
Mhm.
Tourette's. Tourette's.
Okay.
It's like Tourette's.
Okay.
It's like
Whoa.
Tourette's, but it actually turns you into a dinosaur instead. Yeah, after a few minutes, people would eventually subside as the crowd thins. And you would see a familiar face, familiar to some of you.
Ooh, number 2.
You'd see a face that's really familiar to some of you, specifically to Doug, Thicket, and Garand Oli. You would see a familiar face of a tan-skinned woman with fairly short brown hair, even a book still out in her arm, and a whitish gray owl sitting on her shoulder. As walking up, you see Sylvia Lopez.
Oh, hello. How you doing, love? Great
Good,
to see you again.
wonderful. You as well. Is this... Where's Moretta? And Cedar?
They've gone. They've kind of got their own thing going for the moment. They kind of answered the original call, and they had to part ways for now. Hopefully, we will reunite with them someday. But we have gained a few friends. Perhaps you saw the T-Rex. He's not really big on being out in public and all. So he's gone back to
T-Rexes, or was that the person in as a T-Rex?
person as a T-Rex. He got it. See, he's so smart. And
I know
and then
John, see it.
John right over there. Yep. He's the gentleman. We're
He
talking
shakes
about
his
our
hand.
concert performance. Yeah. You should come see the performance. Planning on 2 more shows before we head out.
Yes, I'd heard the name. When are the shows?
Friday and Sunday.
Friday and
23rd.
Sunday.
Yeah. Yep. Not going to not do it during the Lord's meeting in case we're needed for any reason. We do like to help out local towns and so forth, and if anybody tries to do anything, we'd love to be there to help. So.
Aren't we special? You're already involved with the Lords.
I don't really know rightly yet, but we've made friends with a few, and enemies of probably 1 or 2. So
Sounds like an adventuring party. Again, most try to stay on the good side of most Lords.
so far it's worked out to our favor, but things being what they are, quests being quests, and adventures being adventures, unfortunately, sometimes things get in the way.
That's true. They very much can.
How's your study? Your research?
It was wonderful. We had a good time. I got lots of different artifacts. In fact, I do have you for a moment. For the ball tomorrow, we will have a display of the different things we brought back from the research. Do you have the necklace and the sword? Could I borrow them for the day?
I thought to Doug. The necklace. I think I've forgotten about the necklace. Who might have had that?
Yes, there was a holy symbol of Aether that was hanging on the sword.
I'm not sure. Maybe Cedar take it? I don't know. Cedar might have taken it. In fact.
Hope not. Especially if she's off gallivanting, I'd like to have it at least at the display. We do have some not plaques, titles for them if they were not there, but I'd hoped you'd be able to be here and I could borrow them for the display. Is that fine with you, Doug?
Yeah. So Doug just grabs out a regular sword that he has.
That is not the Shattered Memory.
And then she's like, "Oh, just kidding," and then pulls out the Shattered Memory.
Her eyes light up as you bring it out, and in the fancy sheath, do you draw it out of the sheath as well, or do you just take the sheath out of the quiver?
Actually, I think Doug would just place it into her hand and is like, I'll let you do the honors.
Can Euron make an insight check that he's probably going to fail, to be fair, but when Doug was lying, to see if Doug was making a joke or if he was lying or if he is not smart?
Okay.
Is that something that Garon could be like, why did he get the wrong... He should know his weapons.
Alright. Make an insight check. Doug, if you'd like, I don't know if you have your computer up, you can roll a deception or persuasion, which I guess they're the same, so it'll just be up to you. I will send you the roll privately, and well, also just you can decide if Garon's insight roll of a 19 is high enough.
I'm currently driving in a storm.
Well, that's not good, so don't die. Is a 19 high enough to be able to tell if you were actually joking or not?
I would think so.
Or are you joking?
Yes, because I think Doug's last interaction with Sylvia was, she mentioned something about Faunus Owl, whatever thing, and they kind of ended on a like I see you kind of thing. I don't quite remember how that ended. But like the relationship was very like not standoffish, but more of a just trying to focus and this other person. Yeah, so but yeah, I think Garon would know that he was playing. I think Sylvia would too. Just because there was some remark that was made in their first conversation.
Something like that.
Okay.
But as she draws it, her eyes light up as she pulls it out. You had it repaired. Beautiful.
Of course.
Incredible. Who did you have work on it?
Actually, someone here.
Oh?
Two people, to be fair. Garon says it as a whisper to Doug in case Doug doesn't want to tell that.
Oh, well, I don't think Doug would have a reason as to why not to. Well, also, Doug probably wouldn't think about before he answered. He would probably just answer. Okay. But yeah, so he was just like, yeah, it was actually done here. Kind of looked dumbfounded as if she wouldn't know who could do it.
Who was it that worked on it? Someone in the Merchants Guild or the college?
Let's just say she adjacent to the college.
Who's adjacent? Okay. If you don't want to share, you don't have to share. No worries. Do you have the necklace as well? It was a holy symbol of Aether that was wrapped around the sword?
Because she carries a gun.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's blonde-headed, blue dress, carries a gun.
She does prefer her privacy, yes, Miss Pendragon.
I think her name starts with an O. Could be wrong.
That is accurate. And the holy symbol?
Does her name start with an O?
Yes, it's Astoria.
Okay.
O is accurate. Did you lose the holy symbol?
Wait, I know Doug has two symbols in his possession, but I don't think either of them are the ones she's talking about.
Okay.
I know there was like the holy symbol of courage or something, which did advantage on like fear-based rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And then Doug also has another one to do a re-roll on a crit. Yes. I don't remember the names of them.
There's the holy symbol of courage and the guardian emblem.
Yes, and Doug has both of those. But I don't think that's the one that we found, was it? I think that's the one Thicket has, or Cedar.
Hey Hedge, do you have that? Just like nod or something? Yeah? Who's a good boy? Maury.
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
Thicket shakes his head.
I would like Maury to roll an intelligence check.
Why?
Because I asked you to.
For once he's smart.
You know where it is.
For once he's smart.
Last you recall, after getting the holy symbol of courage, you and Doug, for like 4 sessions, passed it back and forth by sneaking it into each other's pockets. Last you recall, you put it in his bag. Whether you say anything about it is up to you, but last you recall, that's where the holy symbol went.
Oh, well then I guess in that case, Doug would know.
Doug, yeah, so you would recall that the holy symbol of courage is the pyrite holy symbol that you found.
What was the thing that we found with Cedar?
Cedar
Bone
took
flute?
with her. Let's see what else she took with her.
I know she took the flute that we found in that creepy place.
Yes.
There was something.
She has a
Yeah.
decanter of endless milk, dimeridium arrow. She has the figurine of wondrous power, some earth dust, some little things from each of you, like a piece of the kimono. She has pipes of haunting. That was the pan
Bone
flute. That's it for magic items. She has a
Okay.
rabbit's tooth from somewhere, sometime.
So I guess in this case, Doug would just pull out the symbol of courage.
Oh, perfect. I was worried it was gone. Alright, I can return these to you the day after the event, but for at least for the ball, I'd like to be able to have these on display with the rest of our findings. We found some interesting stuff with the story and cross-referencing historical records. We found that there was a fight there between, well, as the records show, a lot of the records actually are rather clear. That there was a fight between monks and pirates that were hunting someone down. The most interesting thing, however, was we'd actually missed something when we were looking around at the tree. We found a crown. We're not exactly sure where the crown came from. We think maybe the thief was the one that stole the crown, and that he was led to the same tree with the will-o-wisps that we'd found before. But you'll be able to see that all tomorrow. Are you all going to be at the festival?
Absolutely. In fact, tomorrow, or we might actually have time today, I'm planning on going to get myself a very nice suit.
Wonderful. I'd hope so. It's meant to be a fairly nice occasion. I'll be wearing a dress for once.
I imagine you will look smashing, my dear.
I appreciate it. Though I find myself more comfortable in clothes I can run and climb walls in.
It's all right. We all have our preferences. Honestly, I'm finding breeches and going swimming. So we all like different things. It's okay.
That we do. Well, I do have some friends I'd like to meet with, and I'd like to go ahead and get these processed and at the college. Is there somewhere I should meet you later if you want to spend time, or are you going to be wandering around too fast for me to follow?
I suppose if you'd like, we are staying at the home of John's parents. Do you know? Was it Jean and Jane? Yeah. Do you know Jean and Jane?
I
Blacksmith? Yeah.
I do not. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, it's fine. Just just thought maybe you might.
It's a large city.
Yeah, fair enough. That's true. So yeah, you just go this way, and he's gonna start giving directions. They might be wrong directions, so I don't know if you want me to roll for that or
Make
however you want.
a intelligence. Make a survival check.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I'm pretty sure, but I'm down for the better. That's not too bad. I might take her the long way.
But she'll find her way there at some point. Alright, I'll see if I can find you there. If not, I'll wander around the festival. Though I suspect
come
it'll
on.
be fairly large.
Come
Most
on.
of the stuff will happen in the center of town, though, in front of the castle.
Sure, no problem. We look forward to it. But come on down for dinner tonight. She loves to cook. His mom, and extra company enjoy. So
I do love dinner.
all right. Well, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming out. Did you see it? Did you see the win? Look at that. We got first and second.
It was
Can you
incredible.
believe it?
And she
It was
walks
very
over to Thicket and strokes your mane. You did wonderful.
Big cat purse.
I assume. Big cat purse?
Gives a little, I don't know how to describe it, lion chuff.
Wonderful. I'll see you all later then. And she will hurry off with the sword. Not having met Gambit, as Gambit will reappear whenever Dreisland deems fit for him to reappear. As the
When he's not worried about being recognized.
fair enough. The time would wane on till 1:30ish before everyone would really start being kind of leaving the area, as the racing grounds would eventually thin out to maybe just racers or a few last people cleaning up stalls or things before heading into town, where you do already hear a bit of the ambient noise from the center of the city, as it does sound like there are quite a few people doing quite a few things.
He's looking over then, since Thicket is probably turning back soon once everybody's like left or whatever, and Doug's there. Y'all want to come with me? I want to get like a nice outfit. I want to look real sharp for this, help to sell the whole brand, as it were.
Thicket just goes to stand next to Garon, being like, I'm ready to follow.
Nice.
For the record, whoever you would have carry, and you could probably hand it off to a servant if you wanted to take into a specific place. You do have 2 saddles, one dinosaur-sized and one lion-sized.
Did we rent them?
I don't recall. We'll say yes, and that y'all return them for simplicity. Unless y'all want to have bought them, because I don't remember. You rented them. They're gone. Bye. Done.
All right.
Nice.
I wasn't
John would
attached to
say,
them.
yeah, I'm happy to tag along. I need to get some clothes too for tomorrow. Supposed to look sharp, right? I can't really do.
What's tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, you've got like nice traveler garb, but I'm pretty sure that you'd want to, look nice and all.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be better if I had a suit, maybe.
Yeah. Plus, you never know who you might be able to schmooze. Maybe make things a little bit better for the whole case and all. Yeah.
Well, that'd be good. I'm not really used to this kind of thing, though.
Look at it as a performance, right? You're telling a story.
Yeah, I know. It's all just trying to get the right people in the right places at the right time.
That's all of life, really.
Sure. Has anyone seen Gambit?
He probably went back to your house. He's not really one for sticking around in such a sort of environment. So I can trust we'll find him when we get back there. So
I'll have to get him close too.
oh, yeah. It's funny though. I happen to have his measurements.
Really? We'll have to have those.
Well, hopefully we'll find out by Saturday.
Huh, odd. Doug.
He doesn't, but it's fine.
Welcome back, Jack. Garon is asking the party who wants to go get clothes for the celebration the next day. The ball. Technically isn't necessarily a ball, but it's
Wait, this the ball for at the institute?
Yes.
Doug will tag along.
Main Institute Solstice celebration.
Are we currently
Hey, Garon.
in company with people, or is it just hey, let's go buy clothes?
Attendees are expected to be well dressed and weapons checked at the door for the ball. As for in company of people, Sylvia needs to go get the sword and necklace registered in the thing and put on display, prepped for the next day. But she indicated that she might try to find you afterward.
Okay,
And
so he's already gone.
go to John's for dinner.
Yes. Yes, and she was invited to John's for dinner.
Okay. So this is just a party trip then.
Seems like it. They get you
Hey,
feel
Garon.
a gloved hand at your back. as you look over, and Woodsy, still kind of cloaked, seemingly more from the sun than anything else. Yori.
Thicket like nuzzles against her.
He'll continue to pet you, but say nothing.
I love that we always get her in battle stance because those demon heads are not floating around her when she's like out in public. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
they're not. No, none of the magic, none of the yellow fire, no demon skulls. I mean, technically, she has the mask on her left arm at all times, and the sword at all times. But yeah, but no flying demon skulls or anything.
Right. Gambit, were you about to say something out of character, or did you come back?
No. He's gonna pop back in.
So does
So is it like safe for me to come to this party, you think? Or should I just sit this one out?
Honestly, I'm all right with putting you under disguise because, to be fair, she's never met you and she didn't see you just now. So
okay, so I can just avoid tonight and then show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or dress as someone else.
Yeah, I mean,
who should I dress as?
John might have the magic. No. Like, you could look as like my cousin or something. You know, like I don't know, something. We could even have like similar suits. You know, somewhat matching. It would be really neat if Thicket wanted to get one to match as well. I think that would be delightful. But yeah, it could be fancy dreaming. But yeah, I mean, he's a lion right now, so I can't really tell. I can't talk. Can you talk to him while he's a lion? Because I can't. So I don't even know what's going on in his brain. But so yeah, I think you should go if you want to go, and I'm pretty sure that between John and myself, we should be able to magically or otherwise alter your appearance to make you less conspicuous.
I can disguise myself, but I can't really do that to anyone else.
All right.
Will there be any like anti-magic? I mean, this is a magic school that we're going to.
Right, that's a good point. Maybe it should be more mundane.
Yeah, maybe you can dress like me. We could be twins.
Maybe I should like wear a wig and then
we could be twins. Looks down 2 feet to see it.
Right. Are you capable with a disguise kit? Because if not, tomorrow morning I can use that gift I have been given and can use the disguise kit on you.
I think I can use
No, why don't we do that? Like in the morning, I will get you prepped and ready for the day, and I will use my gift, and we'll go buy a disguise kit now. I'm sure you can find one on the market, and I will get a suit for you. Do you have a color? If you don't want to look like me, it's fine. Do you have a color that you like?
Any color.
I think I'm going to go with
I don't think I look very good at green.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could see you in a midnight blue, or
yeah.
Okay. Are you thinking unbuttoned bow tie?
I don't know. Let me get back to you on that.
I'll get options. It's fine.
What's the purpose in a unbuttoned bow tie?
No. Those were two separate thoughts. Sorry, Doug. I'm unbuttoned, like comma or slash or space, like unbutton question mark, bow tie question mark, that sort of thing. Sorry, that didn't translate as well as I would have liked.
Okay, I mean, I still don't know either, but
Okay. Unbutton means like he's dressed up, but he doesn't take himself too seriously. Bow tie means that he considers this a very important thing, and he really wants to show that he respects the event and everyone there. Either way is reasonable. It just depends on the kind of persona he wants to present.
I thought this was a ceremonial thing, is it not?
There's a little bit of a dance involved. There's a little bit of a celebratory thing. There's I'm sure there's going to be food and chit chat and all that. And who knows? He may find himself to have a great time. He might be able to chat up some of the wealthy or nobles or otherwise and gain a bunch of information that might entertain him. I'm not sure what he might enjoy. I mean, that's up to him to decide and say. But I want him to be able to go if he can, if he'd like to. So mostly I want him to go the way he wants. I mean, relatively so, because obviously he can't go as himself, because someone might be like, "Oh no, it's you! We've got to take you! How dare you!" Blah blah blah. And that's not good. That's not what we want. He's our friend. That's our mate. We're not going to let nobody hurt him.
I'm thinking a vest with a puppy shirt underneath, like a puppy sleeve shirt, like a pirate.
All right.
Like a fancy pirate.
All right, so like a corsair, one of the more legally hired, national type pirates.
Yeah.
All right. Might be a little bit more pricey here. I will let you know what it costs when I get it.
Okay.
But just because we're landlocked, there's not really we're not close to the ocean.
Well, not like a pirate, but like pirate vibes.
Like pirate adjacent. Retired pirate lives inland. Right.
Oh, so like a nautical theme? Like nautical royalty?
It's up to you, Doug. Are you just asking what he wants?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I think I was trying to give you like the vibe of the outfit and not really say I want to be a pirate.
Okay.
Or it has to be nautical. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Well, he'll try his best based on the information of like you're not trying to lean heavily into that, but slightly into that.
Well, do you think of whatever place we go to, they would know what's usually worn, or at least could, use their specialty in dressing people up, so we don't have to think as hard?
No, yeah. I mean, you can just go in and just say, "Hey, I'd love to look the part. I'm going to the celebration. I've been invited, and I'd really like to look nice." You can just do that, and then take care of you. I am a little bit flashier. I like to do my own thing, and I assume Gambit wanted to do his own thing as well. So that's the reason why I asked him. But you have the absolute right of it. There'll be plenty of people. They're known as personal shoppers. They will love to help you. So.
That's what I'll do.
Well, Thicket, when you're ready to shift, you let me know. And we'll go. Otherwise, we'll wait, or you can just walk around as a lion. If you don't really want to get the special outfit, that's up to you. That's fine.
Thicket is still like stood there, like ready and waiting for Garon to start going somewhere.
Okay. So it just looks like he's like maybe like a bored look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Then it's like, all right. Well, here we go then.
Is Yuri still playing Thicket?
Yes, Yori is just standing nearby. At this point, has stopped like actively petting, but it still just has one hand resting on Thicket. Good job.
Was
Is that
directed
obvious
at
that
Doug?
is that
Just
to be
generally
fair-
toward the group.
okay?
You did good on the race.
No, it's great. We got first and second. That's great. That's exactly what we were hoping for.
Yeah, it was really good. That should help out with the money problems you talked about, yeah?
It does. It does. And with 2 more performances, we should be doing just fine. So I am thankful because apparently this is the only city with coin.
Well, from what I understand, money tends to concentrate in areas with high volumes of people. So, the various cities, the capital, people come here to buy and sell things, then go back to their own places where they might buy or sell things in smaller values or simply just trade for what they need. When we were growing up, that was pretty much how we got by, was we traded stuff around the town, and only if merchants came to town would we bother using actual coin.
So more of a barter system. All right. Well, yeah, that's his own, I suppose.
But I understand that's more common in the smaller towns, whereas big cities like this really do use the money system.
All right. Well, I suppose that makes sense.
Works out.
Makes me wonder then if I need to get rid of this coin for something else.
Well, even in smaller places where they typically barter, they'll still take the coin.
Ah.
Probably. Unless you're in like a really, really, really isolated location, then they might prefer something else. So I guess if you wanted to... Well, I guess you can't get like wheat or anything, it's too perishable. But if you wanted to get gems or something that have a bit more innate value to carry around, that could work.
Well, would you like to come with us? Do you have a place that you'd recommend for someone to shop?
I'm not a big fan of large crowds, so I'll probably won't interact with most things. I may watch from the sidelines. I could probably walk around with y'all if you wanted, but I doubt I'll be engaging much.
Okay, well, it's up to you. Your company's always welcome. You know, you honorary messenger as far as we're concerned.
Thank you. Means a lot. So does plethora.
Right, it does. I didn't know
Simeon.
you had that on you, sis.
Simeon likes that one. He cracks a lot more jokes than I do. But sure, I'll tag
Simeon.
along. Yeah, you wouldn't.
Simeon's a gender, really?
You wouldn't think it, but
No, I
He
wouldn't.
does.
Absolutely would not.
no, but he can be pretty funny at times. As long as there's nothing stressful going on. Otherwise, he goes into solution mode. As you begin to make your way into town, you would be able to find your way over toward the merchant areas. Some places have, as you walk through, it's pretty sparse toward the outer sides of the city, but as you get toward the center, you see a variety of different fair things. You see from tests of strength, observance, even like these arrow, like archery tests, various different bars and people basically having drinking contests. See a small table that has different cooking contests. Basically any type of festival thing you can think of that doesn't, require modern machinery. Someone's trying to do something like it. Even down to people trying to, what looks like more like hustling, playing 3-card Monty or things like that, or Find the Queen. But as you make your way over, you do see there are still some shops open, especially ones that are selling stuff for the festival. You would eventually make your way to the nicer clothing stores where they'd be able to get your measurements. And well, as you end up talking to a older human woman who seems to be kind of the owner of the store, with a couple of different apprentices around, as she looks you over. If you need things for tomorrow, I can't quite make something new for you from scratch, but we can at least amend something that we already have to your size. What requests do we have?
Well, I have a friend, and Guran will give his measurements. He would like something, maybe in a midnight blue. Looking for a vest, with a like the retired sea captain shirt.
The very fluffy arms and everything.
Yeah, a little bit of bravado, a little bit of come hither sort of thing.
A hat too?
You know what? Go ahead, throw in a try corner. And we'll see if he's interested in it or not. It's fine. It's his money, so
Alright.
I think it lights up at mention of a hat.
As she hands off, or rather gestures to one of the assistants, who quickly notes everything down and begins to start going through their stuff to look for things. And that's one. What for the rest of you?
Well, this gentleman was interested in personal shopping, someone to help him pick something that's appropriate for the day, the time, the age, the fashion, so forth. Just make him look very, very sharp for what's to be expected.
Who do you gesture to?
To Doug.
You want to accentuate your Faunus heritage?
Not sure what that means. But, I trust you. I want you to dress me.
She puts a hand on her chin for a moment as she looks at you. Just how fancy are you looking?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, just how fancy do you want it to be?
In the middle. Like nothing glamorous. But also nothing a little too common.
The brown compliments you. We'll probably stick with that. It's probably going to be relatively similar, say, dark gray pants, maybe a brown vest, a white shirt, with... She goes through a couple things. How do you feel about belts?
Love them.
Lots of belts it is. I think I have an image in my head. It should work out, especially if you're indifferent. She quickly writes down what will end up being a dark gray pants with a brown vest on a white shirt, but at various points he's wearing like 3 belts on his waist, like 2 belts binding the arms in different places.
All about the accessories.
All about the accessories across the outfit, as well as a hat that I guess your best description would probably be like a brown fedora hat type of hat, but she expressly specifies you should set it so that it's not covering your horns.
Doug has horns?
Yep. Left side of his face.
I thought those were scales.
Are they scales or am I misremembering?
Tomato. I mean, they're definitely horns.
Okay. He does also have scales at some points, right?
Yes.
They're scaly horns.
Well,
Is what we're
actually,
establishing.
doesn't have scales.
Does look like they're like scrolling in. Does look like they're more horns.
Yeah, they're just very small.
Yeah.
Almost scale-like.
And if you really need to, you could ditch the vest and open up the shirt a bit to show the orange sun symbol, but that's if you're really trying to advertise. Then again, as she looks up and down at you as you mostly just wear a jacket with no shirt underneath. If it's a fancy place, I'd stick with the vest. If you wanted to woo the people around, I'd recommend having 3 buttons undone on the shirt.
You got it.
As she moves over to Garant, what about you?
Well, I'd like to make a bit of a statement. So I'm thinking something along the lines of fall colors to go with my brown hair, and my darker skin. Maybe a hunter green, maybe a little bit of like, pumpkin orange or like sunset yellow. Bring about something that makes it look like I'm ahead of the time, sort of thing. Elegant, classy. I'm not worried about price. I want to make people turn their heads.
Green and lighter yellows don't tend to do as well. What shade of green? Do you prefer something more lime-colored or a darker watermelon?
No, like darker, like hunter green, right?
Yes.
But with like a sunset yellow, like accents, right? And like a pumpkin orange accent, right? Again, I want to go for like a fall theme to go with the brown hair, right? So it's like we're leaving summer. I'm like, this is just the summer solstice, but I'm already ahead to thinking of fall equinox.
I see,
Right?
I see. That will work. Do you plan to wear a ponytail, braids, or just let your hair flow?
Can I make
The
a? Can
thought
I just, like,
ever...
look at?
Hmm?
What does this person look like? What does this person look like? What is my? What kind of way would I judge them as far as like, do they look like they are like the cutting edge, or like just like maybe upper echelon, or like
She is
mid?
fancy pants, and based on like the stuff around, I guess you could probably make an intelligence check.
Okay.
I'd give you proficiency if you had disguise kit, or like a performance thing, like I don't know, costume
Can I do?
kit type thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, can I? Do I still get the plus half?
Yes,
Okay,
you do
so
get
it's
your
still
jack
still
of all
3
trades.
plus 1.
Okay.
So it's
She does have more accentuating things, very, like you said, on the cutting edge, to the point of like pretentious. It does look like
nice.
she's prepared to make normal stuff as well, but the stuff that's on display is gaudy and
Nice.
new. So she is quite happy to whatever we end up coming up with, because I'm not totally sure exactly how this should end
No,
up
that's
looking,
fantastic.
but it
No,
does.
he's like, all right, so he's gonna do like a knowing wink towards her that like whether or not she's gonna necessarily pick up on all of it, like the subtext is like, okay, yeah, whether you're intentionally this way or you're doing this for the exact purpose of what your job is, I don't really care, but that's exactly what I'm going for. So however that means to her is, however she would pick that up, I don't know, but yeah, he's on board. So love, if you think a braid is the way to go, or we want to go like with a top knot or something else, I'm interested. Whatever you think is really going to be like,
I think ponytail
who is
would
that?
work.
Who is that?
Ponytail would work quite well, though some very nice braids would also work. I don't think a bun would work very well on you, not with your skin, but along with the tattoos and everything that you have, I do think something that would pull your hair back to really show off the tattoos on the side of your head would be good.
So awesome.
Okie doke. She'll take whatever John ends up deciding on. She gestures toward
What
the
about
back.
like half braided on the side of his head where it's like he's got his tattoos so that you can see it, and it's like French braided back to the side, and he can still have the swoosh.
Sounds like a great idea to me.
I love it. This is good. This is Pimp My Bard.
I can't draw, but I'm sure someone has the capability to maybe draw these. I don't know. I love that you're putting those images in the definitely wrong chat in the Discord.
Well, it's character creation. We're
of
creating.
Star Wars campaign. You're in the Star Wars campaign
Oh
character
no!
creation.
Oops. All right. You're right. You're right. Yep. I was
That's
on
why
the
I'm
wrong.
like, that's definitely the wrong chat, but sure.
My bad.
Yeah, whatever Sam decides he wants John to have. I have a vague feeling like he'll just want like a basic suit for him, but I could be wrong. I've been proven wrong before. Gestures toward the back of the group. Is there anything for your tall friend back there? Gesturing to Asuka.
No, she's kind of a loner. You know, she likes to observe more.
She just holds up her hand. I have clothes. I'm good.
I have clothes.
I have clothes. That's all. Alright. And the lion.
Pickett turns back into
Oh.
Pickett. I want a hat.
What kind of hat?
I want it to be really fancy, and I want it to have flowers and feathers, and I want it to have a wide brim and a flat top.
Okay, let me see what I'm. Let's see. Do. So just so I'm getting the idea right, something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, a particular color.
I don't know what color I want. It could be black or dark blue or dark green. I just want a fancy hat.
Well, if you intend on continuing to wear the necklace, then I think a dark green would complement you splendidly. You said you want additional flowers and embroidery on top?
Yes. And
Good.
feathers.
And feathers. And I assume holes for your ears, rather?
Yes.
Right. She takes down various notes. Good. I think that settles up most of you. Is there anything else for you all? Alright, then based on my initial projections, as she runs a couple of numbers, without including, including that, we'll be able to tell you the exact amount, though it likely shouldn't change much from what I'm about to tell you. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me check that I know the amount right. Let's see. Fine clothes. Okie doke. That's how much fine clothes are in the DMG. 62 gold pieces total. 15 for each full outfit and 2 for the hat.
Pickett hands over his 2 gold.
Alright, you don't have to pay ahead of time if you don't want to, but I do appreciate it. As well as any tips you'd like to give my students. Gesturing to the apprentices who are already getting to work looking at some different things. Though, of course, they don't expect it.
Gambit is going to give the same as Garand, and we're both going to give 20 gold, 5 gold tip, assuming that she does a great job with his outfit as well as mine.
Alright, so Gambit, are you going to reimburse Garand for his 20 gold he's spending for yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So each of you can remove 20 from yours. Doug, are you doing just the 15?
You mean the 15 just for the outfit?
Yeah, so you adding any tip or
He'll do a 15 tip.
Oh, 30 total? Okay.
And this is gold?
Yes.
I love it. I love that Doug is just like, I'll double it. It's awesome.
Alright, so you can go ahead and remove that from yours, assuming that you're on, and I will leave John for later.
I forgot to remove my gold.
Yep.
Inventory.
Which, if Sam asks if he has any clothes that he'd be able to use from his parents, not that fit him anymore.
Oh, how much money do I need to give Thicket from the race? Was it 1,000?
Did we give it all to? Yes, we did. So yeah, if you split it evenly between the two, it's 1,000 from you to Thicket.
Wait, so I'll take 1,000 off mine.
Okay, Thicket, add another 1,000 gold to yours.
Yeah.
To finish getting your order set up and head back out, it would be getting to the point of around 2:33ish. So I think we'll go ahead and take a 5-10 minute break there before we come back to whatever else you'd like to do with the day.
There you go. There's some ideas.
Hey, throw it in the chat. Yeah. Yep. Did you just cobble those together with AI real quick?
Frantically trying to find.
Yes, I
reference.
did.
Okay, yeah, that works. So very, long coat, extra. Like the second picture with like the extra belts and yellows, and the larger coat is probably going to be more. Though the extra yellow on the back of the like cape on the third one,
Yeah,
also pretty good.
yeah.
Whereas Thicket's wearing a Mormon hat that's dark green with flowers and feathers.
Not a Mormon hat.
Amish.
Amish, that's what I was thinking.
Voter?
Different people.
It's not that either.
How would you describe it?
A wide brim flap top hat.
All right. Wide brim
Yeah,
flat top.
or a bear hat. Gibbet wears a bear hat with a rounded top.
A fur hat.
Yeah,
I
lots
think
of good.
Those.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think it's one of those mysterious like spy hats, like Spy versus Spy or whatever.
It's a bolero hat, is what they're called. Neat. Bolero. Kirby.
Mhm.
That this also includes how he wants to dress him up with the disguise. Because few people like to go older with a disguise, but honestly, that's one of the best ways to stay disguised.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's almost exactly what like I was envisioning for what Garon was going to try to convince you to do. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, this is so much fun. This is what I wanted. I just wanted like some shenanigans where we're just shopping for clothes.
Shopping spree. Shopping episode.
We're back in the New York groove.
Oh no, puppy, you cannot have my milk.
No milk.
You are lactose intolerant, just like most mammals. Okay, back to frantically finding reference.
What are you frantically finding?
I'm trying to find a good reference for what I'm going for his outfit. All I'm finding is Bridgerton references, but I want to go more pirate than Bridgerton.
It's after 10, so last episode, okay? You can finish the one that you're on.
It's like 8-9 minutes.
That's fine. I'm not worried about it, even if it was 20 minutes.
Are you guys done?
No, we're taking a break.
Oh.
We shopped. I got one more thing to buy, which is a disguise kit, so I can not let Gambit get caught.
Yay, for Gambit not being caught.
I would assume that right now you're out trying to find a disguise kit, because disguise kits typically aren't something that places just sell. Now you could get a theater makeup kit, and I think there's a rule for like -2 or something to a disguise, because it's not the same kind of stuff, but it's very similar overlapping material. So that's up to Micah when he gets back. But
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that in 5e, disguise kit is the standard one for both theater and non-theater. Yeah, I think it's just
well, there you go.
Single standard one. Because I know that
well,
having a theater performance background will often give you proficiency in disguise kit.
Right. Well, that's awesome. Then yeah, if while we're doing this, Gambit goes out and buys one of those, then whatever the offset price is between the disguise kit, because I think it's like 10 gold, so it would just be like you would just owe Garon 10 gold instead of yeah. So
let's see. Disguise kit is 25 gold pieces total.
okay, so then I will owe you 5 gold. But then we'll have it, and I can just use it whenever we absolutely need it. For basically the same reason.
It's so weird now just casually spending gold.
Mm-hmm.
Got the money, you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw, the 100% tip.
This is what I've wanted. This is what I've hoped for every time, but we haven't been able to do this.
So for what I'm kind of thinking for Doug, I'm thinking like this. Obviously, no mask or
That is Keith.
obvious. Is it Keith straight up?
I'm pretty sure that's Keith.
Nice. But like, obviously no like goggles or scarf, but like that use of way too many belts and buckles everywhere.
I was thinking
Where is this?
character
Like-
creation.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like on the border of like
That is Keith.
It is.
if like
Steampunk
Steampunk-
AOT.
yeah, like if steampunk was like real but without all the gadgets.
Yeah, that kind of dressy steampunk look with lots of belts and no gadgets.
Actually, would that be more
Okay.
considered, I guess, punkish rather than steampunk? It's just punk.
I feel like
It's
punk is a
more
different
techno
thing.
The way he's dressed looks like
than
desert
it
punk.
is.
Yeah, he's dressed, but I was thinking like for
It is
the,
steampunk, yeah. But it's like modern steampunk, not like because there's like vintage steampunk versus like modern steampunk.
yeah. Which I mean, I have a whole Pinterest of steampunked ideas for like future reference.
Nice. Like
Because
really
if it-
accentuating the way too many belts part of steampunk for sure.
So like, have you ever seen like steampunked, like the show?
No.
They basically, it's a competition show, and
There's a steampunk lance as well.
but yeah, they're given rooms that they have to, I guess, punk out, or like different things. So I enjoyed it. I like the whole steampunk aesthetic. So
Very
Um,
nice.
It is cool.
I wish they would come out
If
with
I
a
had
second
money,
season.
I would have a couple.
Steampunk outfits.
If I had money, I would have a couple steampunk outfits, but I don't. So
I'd love to specifically have steampunk outfits and then make it a point to just wear it, like going to Walmart or just anywhere to try and like help normalize interesting outfits.
Yeah, like there's
Mhm,
a
yes, please.
there's a Ren fair that I went to, and steampunked was one of the weekend themes, and there were some really good ones. Let's see if I can find.
Who should I drop the disguise kit onto?
You give it to me, and then I'll just give 5 gold. So, you let's see. It would be Gambit minus his 20 gold from his purse if he hasn't done that yet, and then I will minus 5 gold from my purse, which is just going to the bank anyway, so it doesn't go to Gambit, and
Okay.
then it'll be square.
Okie doke. Do either of you have proficiency in disguise tools? Gambit does not.
No, but
I
in the
don't. I don't.
You do not. You have thieves
I
tools
thought
and
as a rogue I
masons
would.
tools. No, I think being a rogue
I think it
gives
was
you
a
like
choice.
a choice of thieves tools and another tool that's
Yeah.
usually like disguise.
I
That
took
or it
these
was
tools,
disguise,
but
and then
I
we
do not
decided to do
regret.
mason.
but it's fine because I said we're not going to do it until the morning anyway, and so I'll have my boon of skill empowerment, and I'll give myself expertise, and then it'll be fine.
You have to already have proficiency in it to gain expertise, I believe.
You said I could use 1 for proficiency, 2 to make it to expertise.
Yeah. Then that way you're going ahead and spending all of them for just 1. Okay, yeah, sure. All right.
Right, that makes sense. I mean, the
works.
point is, I mean, the whole thing is like,
Yeah, makes sense to me.
and disguise is what, charisma. So honestly,
Typically, yeah.
like if
Some people
if
could
they
argue dexterity. I would let you use whichever one.
okay, well, I think even if Thicket for whatever reason didn't want to spend the spell slot, I think John would happily spend the spell slot to give me the enhance ability, so that I could have the advantage as well.
That is
What are we doing?
up to John. He wants to have advantage rolling to disguise Gambit for the next day when we get there.
Okay.
that'll be a next day thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of next day things, are we back here? I think everyone's back. I'm glad Sylvia's back, even if only for a bit.
I can't believe I clocked that Keith picture so fast.
Yeah, that was instant.
That was like instantaneous. That was crazy.
Unfortunately,
It's like, I know that face!
fortunately, I watched that show. I'm forgetting the name.
Voltron.
Well after the hype, so I don't have any of the trauma from all that.
Like if you watch, like that's like if people watched My Hero Academia like 10, 15 years from now, and then they get all the show
Mhm.
with none of the fandom.
Alright, so now it'll be the
Yeah.
next. Okay.
Anywho, back into the game. It is getting to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Which, to be fair, like the daytime stuff will be going until 8:30ish, because that's when the sun will finally set.
What time is it?
For us in real world, 10-12, but for in the game purposes, it's 3 in the afternoon. So yeah, if we're able to meet back then at that point, back at John's family's, and we have the outfits being made, and they'll deliver them tonight or tomorrow morning, or being altered as necessary, and they'll deliver them, like I said, and that's fine. Did anybody want to do any of those like events or whatever now that we got everybody back together?
Sorry, what was the question?
What are the events?
Like I said, basically anything that's like that you could imagine at any kind of carnival, festival, celebration, or otherwise, they probably have it. So
Yeah, ring toss, trying to grab a fish out of a pool with your bare hand.
Thicket wants to do that.
Tests of strength. Archery games. There are bake sales. Various stalls. Drinking competitions. Let's see. A guy who's selling pet rocks.
I want a pet rock.
Ooh, rock!
Immediately as you'll get there, and you see a scruffy-looking young man off to the side with a bunch of rocks in a bucket, or like in a crate. Hey,
Do they have googly eyes?
no googly eyes. Some of them do have faces drawn on them in paint, though. Actually, all of them have faces drawn on them in paint of various colors.
Have you seen that movie?
No?
What movie?
The
Everything,
one-
everywhere, all at once?
Yeah,
No, not yet.
Yes, I have.
that's insane, crazy. Like
That's what I've heard. I've heard that's the best part about
It
it.
is an insane movie. I kind of like it. And it's weird absurdity.
it's very much a fever dream.
It is a fever dream.
Anyway,
So you wanted the rocks? Does it look so real?
Yes.
Yeah, they are $2 copper a piece. One for kids.
Okay.
Does Thicket look like a kid?
Yeah, I'd say so. You kind of look like a kid to me. So each of you are getting 1. Gambit remove 2 copper. Thicket remove 1, and I need both of you to roll d8s.
You made me mine Rocco.
If you're trying Rocco, I'll kill it. But go ahead and roll d8s.
But Rocco, so fuck!
Okay, Rock.
D8?
Yep. Okie doke.
That's it?
Yep. Gambit's has a red face painted on it, and Thicket's has a green.
Nice. Pickett holds his up next to Gambit and is like, they're best friends! I want to do the fish catching thing.
Okie doke. I'm writing something down.
Is this like noodling?
They're not quite that big. It's basically just a very large bastion of what look like goldfish or similar size small fish that are all swimming around. It's it's 1 copper for 1 chance to grab one. If you can catch it, you can keep it.
Pickett will hand over a copper.
All right, go ahead. Make a dexterity-based attack roll. So I guess just a straight dexterity check. Try and grab a fish.
Dex check. I want a hero point.
Okay. I don't know how many of those are left. I know Garon's completely out. Well, actually, no. Garon does have a hero point back because their session did start. Each have at least one.
Are the check marks
Check mark means it's spent.
Okay. So I'm just gonna leave them where they're at because I didn't add one when we started.
Okay, doke. It's 3. All right. You immediately strike your hand in. You feel like you're grabbing onto something. You pull it up, and you're holding what looks to be a little bit of like seaweed or something that's just on the bottom of the barrel.
Dang.
Not quite. You're welcome to try again, though.
Do I have to pay again?
Yep. 1 copper per attempt.
Do I have to?
Not if you don't want to play again, but if you want to play, that's the rule.
Can I give him like puppy eyes?
Make a persuasion check. Alright, you can have 1 more shot.
Yay!
Gambit. Actually, no, let's see. Who is the most approachable out of the group? Garand is well known. I'm gonna say... You shoot it again, but come up with nothing once again. Just matted paw fur. Wet paw fur. Gambit, you feel someone tug at your pant leg.
Huh?
As you
He
watch.
turns around.
And it's a child that looks to be elven, a young boy, as he like waves down, like, come down here. Whisper.
I'm already down here. I'm not very tall. I guess I'll get shorter.
You
He
crouch
bends down.
You have to stop him. They're people. The fish are people.
What?
Are the people that broke the carnival rules. That's what I was told.
Insight check
And make an insight check.
on this kid. I have no insight.
You can't take the
Do
fish.
well, damn it. Oh, look at that, natural 19.
Yeah, it's a kid who's just believing a rumor they heard. This does not sound substantial. The
His
kid seems
parents
convinced.
didn't want him to have a pet fish.
Yeah, the kid seems convinced, but does not seem like the likely thing. Does not seem likely that people are polymorphed into fish for this.
It's not quite people. Let's try these are fairies and they consented. So you don't have to worry.
They're fairies?
Yeah.
And they're
Fairies and they're
What's sentient?
they disguise themselves. What?
What is sentient?
Consented.
What's consentant?
Oh, consented. Oh, that means that they agreed. that they're not like trapper in prison or anything.
Oh. But you can still win a fairy? So it's a fish fairy?
I mean, it's a fish fairy, but it could also curse you.
Oh. I don't want to be cursed.
Yeah, don't be cursed.
At least they're not people, though. Hey, cat!
Yeah, they're not
Be
people.
careful, it might curse you!
It's okay, I can do magic.
Okay. The guy with the fish. It's not curse. They're fish. They aren't gonna curse you. The kid points to Gambit. He said they're fairies. They're not fairies. Fish. I caught them with a net. The kid like squints his eyes. I don't.
Oh, they're definitely fairies. Don't listen to him.
The kid like backs away, doing the "I got my eyes on you," pointing to his own 2 eyes, and then at the guy with the fish. That's gonna get around, isn't it? Anyway, you want to try again?
You're welcome.
Well, it's better than people being polymorphed. That's what a different kid asked me. Just fish.
I can turn into a fish.
Do you want to be capped? Like, I mean, I guess technically you could turn into a special fish and people could try to win you, but that seems like slavery and that's illegal. So,
Gambit! Gambit, try and catch me!
What?
Try and catch me! I want to turn into a fish and you try and catch me!
Can I not just try to catch you while you're a cat?
But there's already a game here for fish.
No.
well, are you gonna catch him or not?
It's okay,
I
we
guess
don't
I'll
have
try
to do
catch.
it.
Huh?
I mean, if you we're here.
Do you really want to?
Do you think you're fast enough?
I think I'm super fast.
I would be willing to bet that there is not a goldfish stat block. There aren't even really fish stat blocks. Okay, let me see if I can find a goldfish stat block. Let's see. But you're transforming into a goldfish?
Yes.
What color?
What color are the goldfish in the barrel?
Mostly gold, yellowish. Some more white, different patterns.
Think it's going to turn into a blue one.
You jump in, becoming a relatively large blue goldfish. You can now breathe underwater. You have an AC of 13 and 1 hit point.
Wait, actually, can I can I transform into a swimming animals? I didn't check that.
Yeah, you're level 8. You can do all the types now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you get swimming animals at like level 4 or something.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah,
work
you
on
get
my
you
other
get swimming
wild
speed at
shape.
4th level. Spend your other wild shape, as now there is a slightly larger blue goldfish swimming around in the barrel. Or the large basin. That'd be one silver piece to go for it. He reaches toward Gambit. Or, I'm sorry, 1 copper piece.
What? No, I'm not gonna pay to catch my own fish.
I mean,
It'll be good for your business.
that's the rule, is that if you want to try and catch a fish in the barrel, you gotta pay a copper piece.
But I'm not catching your fish.
I didn't say you're catching my fish, I said you're catching a fish in the basin.
Well, I'm not technically catching a fish.
That looks like a fish to me.
Is there a
It's
Contain-
not a fish. It's a cat.
But it's a
Can I
fish.
spit water at him?
Make a attack roll plus 3.
is there
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Roll
Is
a
there a-
d20 plus 3. Sorry,
A D what?
d20 plus 3.
What is it, Doug?
Is there a container nearby?
There are a few different containers, and you'd be able to find
Uh,
them. There's not like stuff littered around, but if you look around, you could find something.
Like, does it seem like someone's like using them or like they belong to someone?
Most of
Or
them
is it
would,
just-
yes.
In that case, let's see what Doug has.
As he's saying this, there was a splash of water in his face. He looks down at the fish. Alright. I agreed to it. Go for it. Don't if you catch one of the other fish though, you owe me like a silver piece.
Okay, Gambit's gonna try to catch the
Make a dexterity check. Because to stand in for attack roll that you're not proficient in. So you're looking for an unowned barrel, Doug.
I want to use feline agility.
Being agility to increase your. I mean, technically it doesn't normally increase your AC, but using that you do end up
No,
dodging.
my speed.
Well, yes, but it's against your armor class. Your fish.
Glub, glub.
Glub. But I'll say because you feline agility, you managed to dodge Gambit's first grab attempt. Swooshing around.
Doug just turns the barrel and just like Gambit, just put your arm down and I'll turn the barrel.
But you're trying to mess with his fish barrel? Or like the base?
Yeah, so like, because Thicket's trying to like swim away, but if I turn the barrel, then
Hey, no. Can't pour out my water on my other fish. I'm going to let you put your hand in there to try to catch your friend, but hey, don't mess with my setup.
I mean, I was just turning the barrel.
I'd prefer you not. Thanks. So you gonna try to catch your friend again, or?
Gambit's gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a couple more goes.
Another dex check.
Ooh, I'm not rolling well on the dex check.
Is there anything think it's gonna try to do to avoid it?
No, my
This
only idea was
time-
feline agility.
Yeah, this time Gavin manages to reach down and grab you on the second attempt. Holding the fish in his hand. Holding the fish it.
I gotcha.
I like that so much.
They get like, I don't know how to
How to
describe
emote
it. Like,
as a fish? Yeah, me either.
like, I want to describe like
Wiggle.
popping up in the air, and like transform back into a cat and then land.
You like flip flop off of Gambit's hand, and as you fall, you transform and land back on your feet because cats always land on their feet.
Yeah.
Unless they don't have tails.
Children clap nearby. As he looks around, well, thanks for the publicity. Looks like we got a little bit of a line now. Transforming fish and all that.
You're welcome.
So do you want to go again, cat friend?
No, I don't seem to be very good at it.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not an easy thing to do. I'll come back if you want to. Normally the prize would be getting to keep your fish as he reaches over and he's got some small jars with some water in them. But I think you already get to keep your fish. Good job.
I would hope so.
Me too. I don't need to get put in jail for someone else turning him into my slave. That sounds horrible. I could get out of that legally. Anywho, next.
I don't know where else to go anymore.
Let's see. There are dice games. There are archery games. Tests of strength, like the type of hit the beam and the bell goes up. Ones where you're trying to like use a large hammer to move a large rock. There's ring toss.
Doug would try this.
Yeah.
Doug would try the strength test, whatever it is.
Alright, so you move up to this fairly large setup with this large boulder. Alright, it's for you, for adults, it's 5 copper. You can go ahead and use your strength to try to move it. If you can move it even an inch, you'll get a prize.
Okay.
He hands you a large mallet.
So do you need to roll anything?
Yeah, it's going to be a strength-based attack roll, so... Let's see, that'll be... Most equivalent would, I guess, just do, like, a halberd attack. Your +6 attack roll. Obviously not your +1 items, but one of those type of attack rolls, since you're using the large hammer. So you could argue it's just a straight strength check, but I think attack roll works because you're proficient in weapons and it's a hammer. And if it's a big, large wooden hammer. Mallet. There's a large bump as the stone actually rolls a full foot as it shifts over, and the guy has to like step back out of the way. Oh, strong guy, aren't we? Good job. Didn't expect you to hit it so hard, or didn't hit it. Yeah, hit it so far. That's the word. As he reaches over into his bucket.
Yes. All the do's.
There you go. Some say these are magical. If you listen to it quietly when you're alone, it'll say something to you. As he hands you a necklace with a small rabbit skull on it.
Confused. Is the necklace or the skull supposed to be speaking to me?
The skull.
Is Garon around for this? Because like I was trying to like kind of watch what everybody's doing, like let everybody have fun. Because
I don't see any reason why not.
All right, good. Can he make an Arcana check to see if there's actually anything even coming off that? Because he's pretty sure that he's getting conned.
Make an Arcana check.
All right.
Oddly enough, you do actually see, like, on the inside of the skull, a couple of small engravings that would imply that it does actually have a small enchantment on it.
Is that roll high enough to determine what that is?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Use
cast
identify for
detect
that.
magic.
Okay.
You quickly cast Detect Magic, and yep, it does seem to be giving off a... let's see. Let me see what the effect is. It is giving off an illusion effect.
That's a tricky bit of magic. I'm assuming Ticket says something, but if not, then...
Yeah. I'll whisper to Garon so as not to ruin the illusion
Yeah,
for Doug.
fair. But yeah, Garon says that's a tricky bit of magic there, Doug. Are you sure you want to handle that?
What do you mean?
Can Garon make an investigation or something to try to understand maybe what this might be?
What do you mean?
Effectively, like, has he heard of it? Does it resonate as like any type of traditional like con? Like, is it just it makes you feel confident? Like, You know what I mean? Like, is there anything that I can do to try to help
Are
Doug
you
out
trying
without?
to figure out if the guy is trying to con Doug, what the magic item does, or something else? Because I'm not exactly
Yeah.
I
sure
think
what you're
he's
asking.
wanting to cast Identify without being able to cast Identify.
Yeah, it sounds
No,
like
I
you want to cast
can't.
Identify.
I can ritual it, right? You let me ritual it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can ritual. Is that right?
I think you let me. I think you said I could do that one, but maybe not. Maybe it's because I don't have.
Don't warlocks get ritual?
I would assume so.
Yeah, you can ritual
Yeah.
cast. Yes, warlocks can ritual cast.
Okay,
So
well
you
then
can.
yeah. So it's gonna take 10 minutes though, right? Or is it an
Yeah.
hour? Is it 10
It's
minutes
10
or an hour?
minutes. 10 minutes. Because it normally casts, like, take an action or 1 minute or whatever it is, such 10 minutes later as you go off to the side, pulling away from the events, and you quickly spend 10 minutes. I don't have an item for it, but it's a very basic enchantment. You learn that this talking head is a rabbit skull that is not really a sentient, but has like just enough sentience to only talk to the owner when it's alone. You also get the sense that it has a very bad temperament.
Okay.
For the duration of the 10 minutes, which is how long my detect magic lasts, I want to see if there's other magic stuff in the nearby vicinity.
Yeah, you would see that some different people do have like small magic things as rewards for some of the different stuff mixed in with all the other toys and goodies. Let me see. Surprisingly, not a ton. You do see a couple of like potion vendors or even some like wizards from the school who are casting spells at request for payment. Let's see.
Is Asuka still with us?
She is
Nice.
standing off to the side, both gone. There's a stall that sells enchanted jewelry that can change colors. There's a magician who is doing no magic. He's doing actual sleight of hand. As you're looking around... Oh, yeah, that's a fun thing. No, technically that wouldn't... No, okay. That would not do anything. Make a perception check as we're looking around.
Oof.
No, nothing else. Occasional small thing, but it doesn't look like there's a ton of large magic stuff. No one's using magic to cheat or anything as far as you can tell.
My passive perception's 23.
It's true, it is, but you're actively looking right.
So Gran will say, listen, Doug, if you really want a friend who talks to you when it's just you and him, and maybe is a little temperamental, doesn't even like you, yeah, I can get you a cat, like a pet cat, not like a thicket, but like a pet cat, because they're temperamental, and they'll only like you sometimes when they're around you. But this thing is probably going to talk your ear off, and not in a pleasant way, most likely. I would not recommend it.
So, what you're saying is I should just give this away to someone else?
Or destroy it. Or be entertained by it. Maybe you would like it. I don't know exactly what you fancy, but I just don't want bad things to happen to you if I can avoid it, if I can protect you. So
Okay. Well, I guess there's just one way to find out. And so Doug just immediately goes, I guess, into like a bathroom stall or whatever, to where he's by himself, and is just like staring intently at the necklace.
The weather up there.
It's about the same as
People
where you are.
comment about how your eye looks, because it looks like you got a black eye all the time, and I don't think it's probably, you don't even have to worry about it. It's probably just fine.
Surprisingly, not too many people mention it. I don't
Really,
know
I'm
if.
sure they do mention, the lack of a shirt. Clearly, you don't know how to dress yourself.
Well, I mean, I didn't dress myself, if that's what you're asking.
Well, that shows. Yeah. Did your mom do it? Because she doesn't have any taste, if so.
Well, I actually don't know my mom.
Oh, that must explain why you're the way you are.
I mean, it might explain some things. You're probably right there.
Yep, I'm sure. Not to mention, you're a mercenary. Everybody hates those guys. You're probably just like the rest of them. Nothing but yourself and money. That's how you people do. So what's the deal? Why even bother with me?
I mean, well, I did win you, so.
Yeah, win, you. Slave, whatever. How do you feel if somebody won you? Not good, I bet.
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. I guess I won't know until it happens.
Clearly no one's ever won you over.
Doug might have a new best friend.
It's funny because, like, the necklace is trying to get under the skin or whatnot, but, like...
Doug
is just going over his head.
Doug probably enjoys it. He's like, hey, you really like talking.
So it could be that the necklace just, like, stops out of, like, realizing it's not getting anywhere.
Seriously, how is someone like you even smart enough to live?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that live not based off of...
It's true, a snail like you probably doesn't know that much. I mean, hey, are you allergic to salt too, like those guys? Because, you look it. Explains all the shrivelly skin. Don't get enough iron in your diet.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, probably.
What is...
Granted, the horns, too. I mean, I'm sure that doesn't help when you're trying to take a shower, as if you'd ever know how to take one.
I mean, the horns don't necessarily get in the way, but I could see how they could be problematic.
Oh, you can see? I thought with that black eye, you'd probably be half blind.
Oh, well. Technically...
the constant roast of Doug from now on.
Only when he's alone with it.
That's true.
Well, I guess I should try to get back to the others.
Oh, you
if
got
they have...
friends? That's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to ask if your mom paid him, but you don't have one. Sorry, bud.
Oh man, ouch.
Nope, just me. I would have to pay anybody if I ever paid someone.
That is how that works. 1 + 2 does equal 2. You would have to pay someone if you were to pay them.
He just said that wrong. He said 1 + 2 = 2.
And then at this point, Doug just kind of like...
Listen, I'm a rabbit skull. We're better at multiplying. Addition's not our deal.
Nice recovery.
But yeah, at this point, Doug just kind of like taps the skull and then just puts it around him and then goes back out.
Walking
Be
back
like-
out to the rest of the group.
Be like, hey, this skull is not actually that bad.
All right, if you say so, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, I appreciate the concern. I'll let you know if anything gets worse.
All right. Well, please do. Garage is back to quietly watching and just kind of like big brothering everybody right now, letting everybody have fun and do what they want to do.
But yeah, like we talked about my mom, we talked about, like features I have, and just it seemed like the necklace was just very intrigued and just questioned a lot.
All right, well, as long as you're satisfied, mate, that's the main concern.
After a minute, eventually Sylvia would end up walking over. Oh, found you guys. You weren't at the house.
Oh, it's not dinner time yet, is it?
Oh, I thought we were meeting up to hang out. But I guess dinner's good too.
No, sorry, I thought you was going to be busy longer. Otherwise, I would have said, hey, we're probably going to be going around shopping and partying and all.
No, we'd had some stuff set up, so all I had to do was alter a couple of cards and put everything in their cases.
All right, yeah, it wasn't to mislead you, love, never.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to. You don't seem like the type.
No, you're a friend true, and we're happy to see you again, and we thank you again for the invitation. We're looking forward to all the celebrating and so forth.
Oh yeah, there's some fireworks once things get dark in a few hours, but again, that's half a shift away in terms of work. So quite a bit of time.
All right, anything you recommend to do? Anything that you really like? Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
I'm a fan of pirates dice. I'd be careful around some of the arrows and things as they can be rigged. But it's all in good fun. Most of the time, if people are caught, they give everything back, and of course, some people get caught and just continue. Yeah, I'll guarantee some things are rigged. It's usually not terrible.
All right.
There's nothing else off the top of my head. People sell different sun medals.
Look at my pet rock.
Oh, does it do anything?
It's a rock.
You know, that's a fair point. I shouldn't have asked. Have you named it yet?
I have it.
Well, got to give it a name. If it's a pet, it has to have a name. Fernando here would agree. He nudges the owl. Just kind of looks over. Blank stare. Well, not really blank, but an almost annoyed look on its face, but doesn't move, really. As it continues to, snuggle up next to her head as it just sits on her shoulder.
I don't really know what to name it.
I don't know. I tend to be the type to name my animals after, person names. So some people go with, Fluffy. I don't know that Fluffy would fit the rock, though.
Well, you're in luck. This isn't an animal.
This is true.
I'm gonna name it Fluffy.
Fluffy the rock. Wonderful. There's the hide and seek competition. Well, there was already the race earlier. That's a big one. This is Micah only having so many ideas for things to do at the fair, despite having a list.
Yeah, but you should do the hide and seek competition.
I should?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, as she reaches out her hand to shake yours. I'm Sylvia Lopez.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Garon looks sideways at Thicket and then just face palms again.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything, love. No, you're fine.
Deception check.
I mean, she didn't do anything. It was Thicket that did something wrong. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely roll for it.
What did Thick do wrong? I wonder.
Hey,
We
Gambit.
weren't supposed to meet.
Hey, Gambit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I guess perception or persuasion or deception. So don't worry about it.
And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make sure that she knows that it wasn't her fault. So what?
Okay, I won't worry about it then. There's lots of different foods. I don't recommend the fried pickles, but that's because I don't like pickles. There's this thing that people have been working on called ice cream. That's relatively recent by mixing milk and sugar and like ice together.
Ooh. I didn't know this was the Persian Empire.
What is Persia? Or I guess what is Persian?
Oh, never mind.
Isn't that like the Pokemon that the kids play?
Yeah.
Exactly. See, yes, we're on the same page. Wonderful.
Hilarious.
Whatever you'd like to end up doing in the game. There are small ones here and there. Guess your weight, strength. A lot of things are single individual checks. There are some that are a bit more like pirate's dice. You can do survive, or probably a disadvantage perception check to make your way through a house of mirrors. There's a hide and seek place that is effectively a small maze that someone tries to find you inside of. And if you can last 5 minutes without being caught, then you get a prize.
Gambit will try that one.
Alright. As you go up, you pay the, that's 5 minutes, so timer. They pick up like 5 people at a time, but it's 2 copper to play.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. As the person is going to make a perception check. They begin to try and go through and find you. Each minute.
Oh, I rolled poorly. Did it register?
Not, you're gonna have to roll again.
Oh, but it didn't.
Love when it doesn't register, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
you
did
can
it go?
Good.
As Sylvia leans over to
Yeah.
Doug. So when did you pick up that one?
Oh, it was worse.
What was the question?
So when did you pick up that one? She says, gesturing toward Gambit.
Ironically, in the wind.
Right! I remember that conversation.
Bit. I love this bit.
No, I didn't remember. I wasn't there for that conversation. Never mind, I don't remember. What do you mean?
Apparently, there was this place that we had went to, and there was just this place we went to. We were trying to rid this area of some cult,
Oh,
and we stumbled upon this fellow just just in the wind.
were they a part of the cult?
You know what? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I forgot to ask.
But there are some things that didn't quite add up. But I just learned not to question.
I could never do that. I like questioning too much.
Yeah, it was most certainly one of those, Scientology situations.
Gambit, fairly quickly after like 25-30 seconds, as you're carefully making your way out around a turn, you hear someone from one side, you quickly move the other direction as you walk right into the person searching. Oh, found you.
Aww.
Sorry. Good luck next time.
I would hope so.
As he lets you go out the front and continues to look for other people.
Yeah, sometimes you roll a 4.
Sometimes you roll a 4 and they roll
Yeah.
a 16, you know?
So it was just off by 1.
No worries, what is your name?
Didn't it say my name?
I think so, but I didn't really catch it, if I'm honest.
You caught him.
Oh,
I caught that you exist, but I wasn't paying enough
I'm
attention.
Gambit. Inside check.
Alright,
Does
make an
she
insight check.
recognize who I am?
Make an insight check.
Does she seems like really suspicious?
You
Oh, I
seem
have
really
no.
suspicious. I think that's just your default feeling when it comes to people.
Maybe, but she could also be recognizing who I am. Oh my gosh, please drag.
I think you can double click if you need to.
Oh, that's right. Oh, rip.
Oh my!
You squint your eyes as she just gives you a smile.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, but you feel like there's something behind her smile that a weird recognition. I think she seems to have no idea who Gambit is.
Cool.
I'm Sylvia Lopez. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
I heard you were involved with a cult?
I was their slave.
Oh, okay. I thought it seemed odd that they would employ a cultist. Slave makes more sense.
You should have met our kobold. We got a kobold a little while back.
Kobold?
Yeah, we had one. It was
Oh.
weird.
I love them. There are a few at
You
the
just
college,
missed them.
actually. If you look around, she would glance around before pointing over at some of the one of the bands of kobolds that wanders the city, who are currently just kind of watching an illusion show where someone is pretty much repeatedly casting. A couple of people are repeatedly casting minor illusion to make audience members like make versions of them that dance or otherwise. Yes, there are quite a few around here. There are actually a few that are in the college. They're quite good. They are, in my experience, easily distracted, but they are very good. Nice when they're not, in a community that does not know how to support them.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say they're nice when they're in a community that doesn't know how to support them?
when they're not in a community that doesn't know.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I must have misheard you. All right,
Yes.
thanks.
You normally,
Sorry
if
about that.
people are in a place that doesn't support them, well, that's when they get a little more crazy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, everything I've ever had.
I can see why you
Kobold.
like it.
I would think everyone goes crazy if you don't have a community to support you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She looks over. Is that your friend as well? In the cloak?
Yeah, John
No.
or Oscar.
Asuka. Nice to meet you. She reaches over, and Asuka just reaches out a hand, shakes hers, and pulls back her hood. Oh, you're Simeon's apprentice. I don't think we formally met. No, I don't think we have. A pleasure. Likewise. Do you think Simeon will be at the ball? For the celebration? He seems to be intent on it, yes. No, we'll be happy to have him. It's always nice when he visits. He's quite talented. I love his guest lecturing. Right.
You know, honestly, Sylvia, I get the sense that you should let him know that you appreciate his guest lecturing. And honestly, maybe in front of Oscar, I think that would be fantastic. Grant starts laughing.
She tilts her head. I don't exactly understand. Or I guess I should make an insight check to see if I understand what you mean first.
An accent.
Of course. Why would I ever talk not in the accent of the character who I'm doing the internal monologue of?
I just love that she would break fourth wall, character thing, and
Just so easily? Yes. She rolled a 17. I think she'd probably understand. Explain to Micah what you mean, though, because I don't fully understand.
Basically, that I get the sense that Asuka doesn't really enjoy the tutelage part of being Simeon's apprentice. That she's more a practical kind of person, and so him just going on and on and on does not seem like something that she would naturally enjoy. If I'm wrong, if Gron is wrong, then she can correct him.
Who knows? Asuka won't say anything. I see. I don't think I've got to, well, I have been able to ask Simeon a few questions after his lectures, but, not talking with him at length, so maybe we'll get the opportunity to during the celebration. going to I did promise to oh no, that would be after dinner. Never mind.
I love how her accent keeps changing from Irish to Scottish to Russian.
It's hard to keep a
Mhm.
continual accent, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
Hey man, I have the same problem with one of my characters, and I just made it a character trait. So I hear you.
The hardest part is I have a habit of slipping into this more European style, even though when I default typically I try to give Sylvia more of a South American accent, but it's hard to keep up. I tend to kind of default back in the European accents. They're my best. Regardless.
Well, I guess if everyone's done, if no one's of interest or anything else, we can go and head back and make it an early night so we can make the most of tomorrow. Since we spent so much time and exercise and energy on the race today.
No. You weren't very prepared for a long evening, were you? Good thing there are no adventures to work on.
For a moment we thought there was a lad who said that the fish were people.
Oh.
Turned out he's just a small kid who was believing anything he heard.
Ah. But the fish were not people.
Apparently not.
That's good.
Although rumor has it they might be fairies.
Ah, I see. Fairy fish. I feel like if a fairy were to turn into something, they wouldn't go for fish.
Yeah, I mean, far be it from me to know the truth of everything that a fairy wants.
Oh, they're a mysterious type of creature, that's for sure. That's a little more of the Scottish right there. Now I'm gonna go full on Scottish for a second, just to really get it out. Mike is just trying to get rid of this for now. Yes. You said we are having dinner, yes?
Yeah, that's the plan. As far as I know. Anyway, it's she loves hosting and all that. So we'll not let her, right?
Tag along, either way. It took me a while to find the house. The instructions were good, but I couldn't quite figure out exactly where to go.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm still new here, so I apologize.
I wouldn't expect you to have perfect direction. It's a large city. You make your way.
So, I mean, yeah, John starts heading back unless anybody seems that they still want to be looking at stuff.
Does anyone have anything they want to do?
No.
Dice, three-card
Coming
Monty.
with us? Did Sylvia not want to play dice?
Well, I was interested, but I didn't think any of you were.
Yeah, if you all want to go for it, I'm just here to look out for you. That's all.
Well, seeing as it's only around 5 o'clock, I think I will come have dinner with you and then come to play dice after.
All right, there you go. And anyone who wants us to join you, I'm sure you'd be happy to have them. So,
Asuka speaks up. I will be heading out now. I have some other things to take care of. Thanks for letting me tag along.
you sure you don't want to eat with us?
Yes, I have some other meetings to attend to.
All right. Well,
Preparations for the lords and everything.
all right, hope to see you tomorrow.
Of course. She will sneak away. You go back with Sylvia, and though a little bit surprised, Jane would happily begin to prepare for the extra person, though she had plenty of food anyway. There's now even more.
Yeah, she had extra, but yet she makes extra.
Yes.
Because she has extra.
As time wears on. So, you are all going to get outfits for tomorrow?
Yeah, whether they deliver them tonight or tomorrow morning, it's fine. We've paid, so.
Yeah, good. Well, and I guess yeah, Miss Asuka had spoken of getting ready for the lords. Probably means Sonata.
How do you mean?
Oh, he's, as far as I'm aware, he's the first lord to get here. He'll be here tomorrow. He's actually speaking at the event.
And remind me of his where he is lord of which town?
Yes, Lord Tsunade Tatsui. He is the lord of Nace.
Right. Gron will kind of mosey on over to Gambit. Hey, mate, you want to go ahead and fancy a follow of Oscar and see if you might be able to assist, learn a bit of little information about him, being as he has one of the things that we are looking for.
Wait, side note. This is not the guy who granted me I want to say absolution, but that's not the word.
That would
This
be
is not the original guy,
Uldrathel.
right?
Uldrathel of Keenite is the
Yeah,
one who said you're always
that's
welcome.
right, that's right. Yeah.
Though decided not
Okay.
to put you in the official records as a protected person.
Right. Yes. Sure. I guess.
Listen, he's got the Angelite sword. He's the Dream Lord. You need to try
Oh.
a bit of, recon.
Okay. I'll get some recon.
That's the only like. Plus, then maybe it'll make more sense when you show up as and she's like, "Oh, where'd Gambit go? Oh, he's busy helping or something." Right? So
He leans over to Thicket. What are they talking about? Why? They were spreading something. I assume they don't want me to know. Should I be worried?
I don't know. Goron whispers sometimes. It's usually nothing bad.
I didn't ask earlier. Did something oh wait, no, I did. I did ask earlier where Miranda and Cedar went, and you said they both had to go do their own things.
Yeah.
Now I remember. A shame. I think Miranda would have liked the college.
I do too.
Tell me of your adventures. What else have you gotten up to? I believe I did hear your name when the news came that that the Lord of Sheer was defeated. Was that yours?
Yeah.
Was that all of your responsibility?
Yeah. I have Liang's spellbook.
Oh. Her eyes brighten a little. But would you mind if I get a look at that?
Classic.
You
That's
can
great.
look at it, but you can't have it.
Deal.
I love Thicket so much.
To pull it out, she will quickly begin looking through the different notes, paying less attention to the spell information itself and more to the notes in the margins at various points that he has on him. Interesting. So you did kill Liang while you were there?
No. So Xander killed Liang.
Oh. Why would he do that? They seem like brothers when I'd seen them speak here.
They did not seem like brothers when we met them.
Oh. Perhaps it doesn't act. I see. Well, Liang spoke at the college a couple of times. He was quite good at speaking, but I always felt like he was hiding something. I guess that was accurate, given the nature of the rumors of what happened, that they were planning to try to take over the country.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll
I
get to
think
see
so
the new...
Xander felt like that too. That he was hiding something.
That's not good. Not good to hide things from your friends.
No, it's not.
Just take a look at your aunt.
No.
That would have been perfect, though. That would have been like, no, it's not. That was like the eye turn.
I'm curious to see who the new lord will be. I wonder if they'll make an appearance. Apparently, there was already an election that was scheduled and was planned, but I don't know if it's actually been If the
Yeah, we haven't heard about the results of the election.
I wonder if they'll
I
speak
don't
when
think.
they're here. They might. It's possible that the Queen will present the Lord while they're here, as this is the capital, but it's also possible they may not, as it's not uncommon for things to change hands, and sometimes it'll be months before the Queen recognizes a new Lord.
What was the name of the half vampire that we met? Bale?
Yes. Bale.
Okay. I wonder if we'll get to see our friend Bale again. We met him while we were there at Sheer.
Oh? Was he, part of the military, or, one of the freedom fighters that you worked with?
I don't really remember. I think he might have been a freedom fighter. He was good at fighting.
Oh. But I imagine you meet a lot of people who are good at fighting in your profession.
We do.
It's the kind of
Do you
work
meet
that
people
seems...
who are good at fighting?
Not really. Most of the, quite a few of the people that I meet at the college are, shall we say, wimps? But, that's okay. I'm a little more experienced than them. You know, archaeology and all takes a little bit more gumption. Especially if you think you might fight a mummy or something.
Yeah.
But most of the wizards in the college are purely bookies. They don't tend to, get involved in combat very much. Though we do some practice duels here and there. Purely, for practice, for the most part. At least I'd assume for the most part. I don't think anyone's died from a duel in a very long time. I'm sure it happened quite a lot more when Lord Hayne was there. But from what I understand, there were a lot more dead people when Lord Hayne was there.
Sorry, what was the question?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. I got kind of lost in my own thoughts, talking out loud.
I do that too.
It happened a lot. Not always the most useful. But at the same time, talking out loud helps me think. Yeah. It's been wonderful to catch up with you all. But I am going to go get some dice, and I do have some friends as well that from school that I'd like to meet. But it's wonderful to see you, and I'm excited to see you all again tomorrow at the celebration.
Bye, Sylvia.
Bye, tickets.
So long, friend. Thank you. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you more on the way back, and that on the to the dinner and so forth. But glad you could join.
No worries, you seem mentally preoccupied. Thank you,
Right,
Jean. Dinner was wonderful. Of course.
Lots of things we're trying to balance. Adventurers, heroes, and all.
Oh yes, that I'm sure of. She will head out, and it sounds like y'all don't necessarily have anything else planned for the evening. So I do think since it's already 10:15 Central, we'll probably end off there as the party prepares for the next day, as well as for potentially sending Gambit to track Asuka.
Yeah, are you? Oh yeah, I guess yeah. He would like. Well, I mean, basically, she said that, and like Garan would immediately recognize that. Like, that's one of the things that that's the one dude that we know has one. So, like, that would be pretty quick. So unless Asuka's like trying to avoid and trying to like burn off like super fast, that's up to you though. But I feel like Gambit would be able to follow that relatively easily. But I would like to. Can you full rest us? And
That depends. Are you going to commit to not doing anything else until the next day?
unless I guess if you're gonna wait and see what happens with the evening, I guess not.
It depends on if Gambit plans to try and track Asuka that night.
Well, Gambit is going to try that night. Because in the morning they have to do his disguise kit.
Right.
True. Sylvia did say that Not Katsui was going to get there the next day. So he won't be there until Wednesday, but he'll be the first lord to come to town.
Oh, then I missed that. That's on me then. Okay, no, then it wouldn't matter. But effectively, it's gonna be one of those things where like at least one of us. I would prefer Gambit go with Thicket, but I would like at least one of us to go there and try to be like get a read on this dude.
All right. But that's something you'd probably do on the Wednesday. So if y'all are okay with it, I can go ahead and long rest you as you'd go to the next day. And we can start
right.
at the start of the Wednesday after the solstice.
Are you all right with starting with the disguise for the day or no?
Talking to me, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, both, I guess.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
good with
that seems
whatever
fine to
y'all
me.
Okay.
Okay.
Then if that's the case, Thicket, do you happen to have any spells left?
Are we? Is this a
Or
new
is
day?
no, this would be after the long rest, so that it would be a new spell. So Thicket, are you willing to spin the spell so we don't have to wait to see if John will?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
we'll wait to do the
one level
disguise kit check until next time. But yeah, you can, if Thicket wants to, he can commit to doing enhanced ability on the
Then we'll just wait. We'll just wait
dexterity
then.
disguise. But yeah, we'll finish that up next. I think that's a fine enough place for us to end off.
Okay. So after the long...
Yes.
All right.
It's
gonna be so nice to see all these check marks gone.
Yep, I just long rested the party. There you go, guys. Enjoy.
All right.
As we pull back into the sky from the camera vision, despite the actual distance and the fact that you wouldn't be able to, you can see celebrations across the country of various different fireworks going off in some locations. There's a moment as we settle in on a reef, which is a fairly large series of stones, spires, and platforms towering up in almost a mountain-like, a sharp, craggy mountain of sorts that pierces upward, where it's almost like a vertical sort of city as it climbs up and down to the fairly large docks. As there's the sound of cannon fire as celebrations ring out, as easily dozens of cannons are all lit and blank shot all at once. Celebrations even in the more hefty part of the world, with various ones here and there. There's dancing in various places. There's a water show at Calcite, as down the river come various floats settle in underwater at Tecton, as an entire race of, or not race, well, I guess race, but an entire group of people that can survive underwater are having their own celebrations. We settle back down in, not sure exactly where, but there's a as we settle in down a bit far away from Vacuo, settle in on a small caravan of people that seem to have found themselves still out and about during the celebrations. A tiefling, several humans, a dragonborn, and others sitting around a fire, seemingly talking to themselves, drinking, and having their own small celebration as they look toward the night sky as the sun finally sets. We settle on that image of an almost adventuring party, relaxing, separate from the city where the normal party and so many others are. I think that's where we end. Yeah, it seems like a good enough spot. Celebrations across the country.
It's interesting that you had Reef.
Reef is a place. People live there.
I specifically left in my prompt this time, so if anybody wants to use the prompt.
Let's see, I've got a couple of things to do on the party sheet. First one first, of course.
1 copper.
1 copper a person, you know?
But I think what's even more important than that 1 copper is the 6,000 XP
Huh.
each.
Uh,
We won. We won. We didn't get enough XP from that race.
Well, darn. There's all your copper pieces. Enjoy. I love how stringent y'all were, particularly with the fishing one. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna tip double the amount for our clothes, but oh, you want me to pay to try to catch a fish again? No.
It was about the principle.
Y'all
What was
didn't.
I did our own fish.
That's that one. I mean, that one was more just him trying to get a little bit more from you, but it was like, all right, fine. Let's see. Session 72 XP. Or 73 XP, rather.
That means, what, 7,300 divided by 5?
I'll be generous. 5,000 divided by 5.
Nice. My kids definitely came down here and played with the box of tissues. I'm just finding more.
Uh-oh.
I haven't said it the whole time, but I legit have found like, I don't know, half a dozen or more tissues just randomly.
I mean, hey, it's something to keep their attention. I'm surprised that y'all, I mean, I'm not too surprised. I didn't know if there was anything y'all were going to specifically go after, but yeah, there was some stuff for if y'all wanted to do different things. There was a rigged archery game. Let's see. I do have a set for how to play Liar's Dice, also known as Pirate's Dice, pulled up, just in case y'all actually wanted to play that. It's a neat little game. You know, the party doesn't necessarily have to be party people.
Party people!
I will not have a art for all of your outfits, I'm sorry to say.
That's okay. I can't even find art for my own outfit.
I'm just having fun imagining Garon like okay, legitimately speaking, I mean, it's probably evident by the way that I talked about it, but like, if I had an exorbitant amount of money, I would definitely go to like a high-end men's store and buy like a half dozen suits where I was just like, oh yeah, this is me peacocking.
Speaking of, how did the lion look and how did the T-Rex look in the race?
I have not decided.
Me either. I forgot about that.
The rarest kind of lion is all black or all white. So
Actually, the rarest kind of lion would be one that doesn't exist.
Yeah, like a green lion or something.
yeah, okay, fair.
The still gray lion with a top hat.
You know what? That's true. You could have just like been like thicket version of a lion, and you would just been like solid gray, and you could have been wearing like a top hat or something.
Or a straw hat. Yep.
Straw hat is what thicket normally wears, but it would be funny because, you know, since lion is bigger than thicket, top hat is bigger than straw hat.
Mm.
True. And now you'll have a bolero hat. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording side. Thanks for anyone who came and watched. We appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.